Whiskers was a tiny, curious kitten with soft gray fur and big green eyes. She lived in a cozy little alley with her mother, Luna, a wise and gentle cat with sleek black fur. Luna had seen many seasons come and go, and she knew all the secrets of the world outside, the best places to find food, the warmest spots to sleep, and the dangers that lurked in the dark. One sunny afternoon, Whiskers stretched her little paws and looked up at her mother. "Mama, can I explore today?" She mewed eagerly. Luna purred softly, wrapping her tail around Whiskers. "Not too far, little one. The world is big, and you are still small." Excited, Whiskers trotted off, her tiny tail held high like a flag of adventure. She sniffed the air, catching the scent of something sweet and warm. Then she noticed a bright flutter of color, a butterfly. Its golden wings danced in the sunlight, and Whiskers couldn't resist. She pounced playfully, her tiny paws batting at the air as she chased it. The butterfly led her past the trash cans, where old newspapers rustled in the breeze, past the warm brick wall, where the old orange tomcat napped lazily, and farther still. The alley grew quieter, the familiar scents fading into something new. The moment she stopped, she realized she was lost. Whisker's little heart thumped in her chest. The walls around her looked different, their shadows stretching long and unfamiliar. The air carried new smells, some sweet, some sharp, and some that made her fur prickle. She turned in a slow circle, trying to remember the way back home, but every corner seemed the same. Then she heard it, a deep growl that rumbled like distant thunder. Whiskers froze, her ears twitching. Slowly, she turned her head and saw a big, scruffy dog standing just a few tail lengths away. His fur was patchy, his eyes sharp and calculating. He sniffed the air and took a step forward, his heavy paws making the ground tremble slightly. Whisker's instinct screamed at her to run, but her legs felt stiff and unsteady. She had never been this close to a dog before, and she had certainly never seen one looking at her like that. Her little claws slid out, but she knew she was no match for such a large creature. Just as the dog's muscles tensed, ready to lunge, a shadow leaped between them. Luna. She landed gracefully, her sleek black fur standing on end, her golden eyes blazing. A fierce hiss escaped her throat, her tail lashing like a whip. She arched her back, making herself look bigger, more powerful. The dog hesitated, his ears flicking back. He let out a low whine, then took a step away. Another hiss from Luna, and he turned tail, disappearing into the shadows. Whiskers let out the breath she hadn't realized she was holding. Her mother turned to her, her fierce expression softening into one of relief and love. "You wandered too far, my dear," Luna said, her voice gentle but firm. She leaned down and licked Whisker's head, smoothing her ruffled fur. "I'm sorry, Mama," Whiskers whispered, pressing close to her mother's warm side. Her tiny body still trembled from the fright, but her mother's steady presence made her feel safe again. Luna sighed, but smiled, wrapping her tail around Whiskers protectively. "Curiosity is good, little one, but wisdom keeps us safe. The world is full of wonders, but also dangers. That's why we must always know our way home." Whiskers nodded, her green eyes wide with understanding. She had learned something important today. She had learned that adventures could be exciting, but home was where she truly belonged, where love and safety waited for her. With her mother beside her, she followed the familiar path back. The alley no longer seemed so big and scary. The warm brick, the rustling newspapers, even the old tomcat's lazy gaze. They were all pieces of home. As they reached their cozy little corner, Whiskers curled up beside Luna, feeling the rise and fall of her mother's steady breath. The adventure had been thrilling.